the week one recap. We'll get this thing set. Let's see. Got to get used to the screen. A lot of new stuff in this thing. So, um, all right, cool. Feel like I'm looking at a different language right now. So let me make sure I'm live. I should be. Everything should be connected. Um, we're gonna do the incentive check first, and then we're gonna roll. It's gonna be a little slower than usual. I just want to make sure everything is set up to where I ain't doing nothing for nothing. All right, so let's see. All right, yeah, we should be good now. All right, so we'll do the incentive check first. All right, 3 games played using user. All right, so we got using user, using user. So everybody is clear this week, but I am going to pay attention to games that's not being played. Um, so let's take a look and see. So we had using user. We had a lot of interviews this week, so we'll get right to it. I did an interview. So who we had, I got to get used to the names. So yeah, it's going to be a little slower than usual. I just want to make sure I know who's who. So we didn't interview neither one of these guys. Just want to make sure. Yep. So we didn't interview neither one of these guys. All right. So as we see, um, Chicago won this game 31-24. First half, 17-14, pretty tight in the first half. Taking a look at the turnover battle, 1-0. Minnesota turned the ball over a little bit more. Could be a big change as far as the factor of this matchup, um, but we really don't know too much of it. Um, Taking a look at the player stats, we can see Caleb Williams was the top performer, and then you had J.J. McCarthy underneath that. Wow, I love how they have everything together, team wise. I like that. Rushing wise, really nobody separate themselves. Rushing wide receivers, Justin Jefferson and Luther Burden the third had some real good games. 2 TDs. Both of those guys played great. So awesome, man. I love that. All right, then we had Cardinals and Saints. Didn't interview neither one of these guys, neither. Let me make sure. Like I said, I'm just getting used to knowing who's who. And then once I get a chance to know that, then we'll be running a lot smoother. Taking a look at this game right here, 24-21. As you guys can see, Arizona won this game by 3 points. They also was turnover free. That definitely helps a lot. Taking a look at the statistics, Kyler Murray, 2 TDs, 250, no interceptions. Tyler Shaw played decent. He's definitely going to be a questionable quarterback, not only for the game, but in real life as well. Um, Rushing wise, we got Alvin Kamara, played decent. He was 12 yards away from this 100-yard performance. And then you had Kendre Miller, and then James Conner. So decent, not great. Wide receivers, you got Michael Wilson, Alvin Kamara. Nobody really separated themselves. I mean, Michael Wilson definitely played great. 6 catches. Taking a look at the Dallas in the Philly game. Wait a minute. Didn't remember Dallas winning that big. Wow. Well, I guess they did. Dallas won this game big time, 47-6. Taking a look at the turnover battle, 0-4. They played clean. Dak Prescott 180, two TDs. Um, Jalen Hurts 1 TD, three interceptions. He threw a lot of interceptions. I did interview Massive, but I think I had his game mixed up. So let's take a look and see. He probably uh, let's see what he had to say. Hold on. I think you got to compete with stupid items. That was a preseason game that I came back like that. My first preseason game. And my game against the Eagles. I guess you haven't seen that game. So let me know though if you saw that game. Let me know. Yeah, so unfortunately he didn't understand. It was everything. It was mixed as far as that go. But I was actually talking about this game. But I did see his preseason game where he came back. So Dallas rolling 47-6, doing great. They played great 0-4 turnover battle. So yeah, that was my fault on that. Kansas City and Chargers. Chargers won 24-6. Turnover battle 3-1. It's kind of hard to get anything going when you turn the ball over three times. Patrick Mahomes, very rare to see that statistic, three interceptions. Justin Herbert threw one. Rushing wise, neither one of them ran the ball well. Wide receivers did fairly okay. Xavier Worthy was the standout wide receiver, 4 catches, 109 yards. But it's hard for him to really get going when your opponent throws that many interceptions. I mean, when your quarterback throws that many interceptions. So we'll see how that plays out. Then we had Cleveland and Cincinnati. I did interview both of these guys. Shedeur Sanders played great. As you guys can see, turnover battle was 1-0. Um, so I did interview both of these guys. Let's take a listen to hear what Amfish had to say first. I want to say I interviewed Cincinnati, but we're going to go ahead and take a listen to hear what Cleveland has to say about the win, along with their excitement about how Shedeur Sanders played and much more.
Hey, yeah, overall, it's a grind. The game overall came down from we were 10 points down. I made some decisions earlier in the game. I wish I could have taken back. Went for a 4th and 1 on the goal line. Should have just kicked the field goal and taken the points. It got stuffed. Just a few times. Red zone's real tough in this game. Hard to run in the red zone. Lots of loaded boxes, so that had to pass the ball. Shedeur played well. Good decisions were made, just hitting the open spots, taking what you could take. Bengals took away a lot of deep balls, was guarding the middle of the field really well, so it had to hit a lot of the flats, lots of drags, couldn't get any screens off. The runs just weren't working. I mean, we ran the ball well enough, I guess, but I mean, it was more just a change of pace kind of thing. In the end, it's the defense. Defense is all that matters. The team's strength is the defense. It's a rebuilding year in a certain way. Going to try to win as many games as possible. It's nice to get a week one win, but the point in this team is to build for the future, and the future is very bright. So it was a good game overall. Happy to come back. Happy to get the win, and that was pretty awesome. But it's just good, a hard-fought game. Winning overtime is awesome.
Yeah, definitely. The strength of this team definitely is the defense. As you guys can see, they led this game with tackles. Cleveland did, two defensive players, 10 tackles. That's awesome. And then they also had an interception by Grant Dupree. So overall, very, very well played from Cleveland. Cincinnati played good as well. One turnover, but Shedeur just was a little too much, man. 324, 1 TD. But the 5 sacks is something you want to kind of improve if you are the Browns. But overall, I think that was well played. Then we had Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jets. As you guys can see, Pittsburgh won this game 21-10. Turnover battle 2-3. Player stats: Justin Fields 259, 207, um, three TDs. Justin Fields led in touchdowns in this game. Two interceptions. They shared a piece. Rodgers was getting sacked a lot, so that's something that you want to kind of fix if you are Pittsburgh, because he's not young no more. You want to protect him. Um, New York Jets ran the ball well. Wide receivers played great, as you guys can see. DK Metcalf, four receptions, 119 yards, and Josh Reynolds also played pretty decent as well in this matchup. So that's what you want to see from your team if you are the New York Jets. Um, it's interesting to see how this thing is going to pan out as we continue with the season. Everything is still young and fresh as well. Hate I have to keep doing that though. Okay, so then we have the Raiders and Patriots. I didn't interview neither one of these guys. As you guys can see, the Raiders did lose 20-37. Um, let's take a look and see what happened. 1-2 in turnover battle, so not bad if you are the Raiders. Um, Geno Smith, one interception. Really couldn't move the ball much. Drake May did move the ball well, 325, four TDs. Says a lot about the Raiders' inability to stop the pass. They didn't run the ball well, neither side did. Um, Kyle Williams, 10 receptions, 203, four TDs. Um, Pretty good stuff right there. And as I said before, the Raiders couldn't get anything going defensively, and they both shared interceptions. So overall, um, it's interesting to see what the Raiders going to do. I really feel like the Raiders are in a rebuilding mode right now. Taking a look at the next game, we got Coop and um, Tampa Bay. I did interview um, Tampa Bay. Let's see which one is that. All right, so let's see what Tampa Bay had to say after the win against Atlanta.
What's going on, Stephen A. Man? It's a pleasure talking to you this first week of Mad Men kicking off me and the Falcons. That was a great game that we had. Great way to start off the campaign, man. Great way to start off, man. Week one, man. What other way to go into overtime on the week one matchup in the division game to set the tone? You understand what I'm saying? Uh, that game was That game was tricky. I came out of this and things differently. Mike Evans, he didn't start the game. He actually didn't play into the fourth quarter, to be honest. So all them stats that you see about Mike Evans, all those came in the fourth quarter. He didn't play the first three quarters at all. Um, so with that being said, my offense, we got a lot of work to do. The defense looked real good. Shout out to the defense. You know, the Atlanta Falcons, they got a lot of weapons over there, man, and we was able to contain and maintain for the most part. Like I said, great division wins to start the season off. We look forward to the rest of the season. I'm already knowing each and every week it's going to be a battle, no matter who my opponent is. So we just got to make sure we stick to the game plan and execute on Sunday. So that's all that matters.
As you guys seen, as I said before, um, Tampa Bay played a real good game. He mentioned defense played well. Tyke Smith, 11 total tackles, 9 tackles from Levante David. They also was able to create some turnovers, same as Atlanta as well. But it's all about getting that win, man. 48-41 was the final score. I did interview Coop. Let's see, did he? I think I did. No, I didn't. Okay, good, good. Good, because I don't want to make anybody ineligible. Not first week. All right, so now we had the Panthers. Well, we have the Panthers and us, obviously. Very, very good game right here, man. It came down to the wire. First half, we got out pretty strong a little bit, you can say, 16-10. Third quarter, we both were scoreless. I mean, it just was defense. And then we shared the fourth quarter with 15 points. And that actual first quarter getting out to a fast start was only the big difference in this matchup. Otherwise, we've been playing in overtime. Turnover battle, 1-1. We shared that. Um, Trevor Lawrence played lights out, 339, three TDs, one interception, no sacks. So we was able to protect Trevor Lawrence. Bryce Young played good as well, 259, two TDs, one interception, one sack. Rushing wise, we couldn't get anything going rushing, but we kept trying. Um, Hubbard played pretty good on 106, one TD. Trevor Lawrence ran a lot in the backfield, out the backfield, a lot of design runs. Love the playbook of Jacksonville. As I said before, we just couldn't get anything going. Travis Etienne, man, has to step it up. 1.1 yards per average with 8 carries. That's not something that I want to see. We may have to move that backup running back up if that continues. Wide receivers, McMillan, T-Mac played great, 5 receptions, 105, two TDs. Xavier played good. Um, Tavion Sanders played great. I'm surprised Travis Hunter wasn't up there. Am I tripping? Why do they not have Travis Hunter up there? Interesting. That's very, very interesting. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's I don't because he played both ways. They got it's a glitch or something. That's interesting. But anyway, as I said before, great game. Travis Hunter actually played lights out. I didn't want to have to show y'all that. I'll show y'all at the end of this breakdown. That's crazy. They don't. He actually had the most receiving. Come on, Madden. Um, then we had Tennessee and Denver. Didn't interview neither one of these guys, but Denver won this game 37-29. They played it clean, mistake-free football. Bo Nix, 222 yards, four total TDs, two sacks, no interceptions. Cam Ward, rookie, 365, one TD, three interceptions. So far, it looks like Shedeur Sanders is the rookie leader as far as quarterbacks that's leading a performance in the GFSSL league. J.K. Dobbins, 150 rushing. Tony Pollard, 60. Wide receivers, Tyler Lockett, 8 receptions, 117 yards. Um, Evan Ingram played pretty good, two TDs. So overall, you definitely want to see that. Um, you definitely want to see that statistic if you are. Wait. Okay, so if you are Tennessee, you don't want to see that statistic, but if you are Denver, you definitely want to see your defense being able to create turnovers when needed. Then we had 49ers. Did I interview Bandito? Don't think I did. Nope, didn't interview him. But as you guys can see, 49ers won this game 34-10. Turnover battle 4-0. Not being able to turn the ball over is always great. Um, Brock Purdy, three total TDs, 255 under that contract year. You expect that type of performance. They didn't run the ball well. Neither side did. Wide receivers played great. Brandon Ayuk, Elijah Arroyo. So those guys played good, man. So that's what you want to see. Um, we have a lot of interviews that I got to show. Um, okay. Okay, then we had Flybaby Gaming and the Rams. I did interview the Rams. The Rams did um, win this game 22-19. Let's see. So we're in two leagues. So I'm trying to make sure everything is is arranged right. So I did interview Flybaby Gaming. Okay, so as we can see, um, close game all the way throughout. That fourth quarter helped the Rams a lot, outscoring their opponent 8-0. Taking a look at the statistics, Matthew Stafford 244, 2 TDs, no interception. Also was able to keep him from being sacked as well. Rushing wise, neither side did anything rushing. Devontae Adams, new addition to the Rams, 4 receptions, 126 yards, 1 TD. Pretty good right there. Pretty good stuff. All right, then we got Uso Ryder and Z the Truth. I did interview both of these guys. Let's see if we get any response from either. As you guys can see, Z the Truth ran through his opponent, 35-7. We're gonna take a look at that. Let's get that pulled up. All right, so let's hear what Z the Truth had to say. He is Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. Good evening. Came in the game and we wanted to try and make sure we can try and slow them down and not let them get started. It's a pretty talented team they got over there with the Lions. You got Gibbs, Jameson, and Laporta, and the St. Rodney, the other receiver. And the job was, hey, try and slow these guys down. He got some passes off. You can't stop him. Just trying to slow him down and slow down that run. And the defense pretty much stepped up and did what they had to do. Offense, held the blocks. Receivers got open and everything. So, still first game to get a win. No slack off to the Lions. They still a team to watch out for. Hopefully we can keep this momentum up and keep everything going and keep it further. But the team's good right now. A bunch of young guys. Hopefully get them developed and we can do great things. Thanks.
Yeah, so great stuff right there. Z the Truth, 35-7, as I said before, completely lopsided. They also won in the turnover category as well. Jordan Love, 282, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Jerry caught through 2 total interceptions. So it's hard to win a game when you turn the ball over as much as that. Josh Jacobs, 75 yards rushing. Receivers really didn't separate themselves with yardage wise. Maybe you can see a lot of catches. Um, Most catches was Romeo Dobbs. Josh Jacob had some catches out the backfield. So overall, that's what you want to see if you're Green Bay. Smash them in the mouth, man, and get the job done. Finish them quick. Um, why did I keep doing that? Come on, man. All right, so then we had let's see, we didn't do. Wait, we did do Pittsburgh and the Jets. Let's go back. Okay. Okay, so then we had computer game. Gluzius beats Buffalo 33-28. I didn't interview him. I did interview, let's see. Okay, never mind. All right. Okay, so then we had, there's interviews that we have that I need to get pulled up. All right, so then we had Washington and the New York Giants, as you guys can see, plenty pretty much lopsided. Turnovers 9. Oh, I was about to. I'm looking at third down conversions. I was about to say 9. Turnovers was 1-3. One thing I like about the college is that I can put the thing on this, like how I can pretty much um, locate. I guess that's the word, but I can't do it on this here. Jaden Daniels, 227, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Jackson Dart, 3 interceptions. Wow. So as I said before, Shedeur Sanders leads the rookies right now in performance in the opening week. Brian Robinson Jr., 108, ran the ball well. Wide receivers did their thing as well. catching wise, not yardage. Pretty good stuff right there. All right, so once we get down to the bottom, I got interviews. So two-time Benny didn't play his game. Okay, so we have interviews. Okay, so let's see. Um, we did those two. We did the Browns. Okay, so now we have Miami Killer, the Bengals. Okay, the Bengals. Okay, so let's see what he had to say after the loss to Cleveland.
It was an overall well fought game. Fourth quarter got a little bit away from me. There was a pick six there that my guy dropped at the end, which would have sealed the deal. And we forced a fumble. We just couldn't get on top of the ball, which allowed Cleveland to tie the game up and force overtime. There's also a roughing the kicker call. He could have possibly have went down and scored with a minute left, but I gave him another chance at the end zone. And we luckily held him to a field goal. And overtime started. Second down was a disaster. Had to punt the ball. Gave it back to Cleveland. He did a drag route, and that's pretty much it. The game was over. We got to go on to the next week where we play the Jaguars at home, and I'm sure that'll be an exciting game. I'm sure it will be. All right. Until next week. Later.
Yeah, but so the Jags do play Cincinnati, so it's interesting to hear him speak out after that matchup. Um, okay, so we don't have to worry about that one. So I think that completes all of our interviews for week one. I want to make sure I don't leave out anybody. Okay, just making sure. Cool. So yeah, that completes everybody interview for week one. So now we're gonna roll to okay, so now we're gonna roll to more stats and see what's going on. My apology, man. This is too slow. I don't like making videos like this. It's bothering me. A lot of stuff going on, man. All right, so as we can see, the statistics top performance on the right side of the screen. Lamar Jackson right now leading passing completion. Well, no, he leading the yards, 458, 5 total TDs. And then we have Caleb Williams, Josh Allen. Rushing, we got, I wonder if this is accurate, but I hope it is. Dobbins, 150 yards rushing. Dallas Blue has 138, 1 TD. And then you have Taylor with 130, 1 TD. Receiving yards, you got K. Williams, 10 receptions, 203 yards, 4 TDs. You have Justin Jefferson in there as well. So it's interesting right there. I love this screen. Okay, I like this. So that's why it's going to be long too, because I'm getting used to being able to work this screen. That's the first time I'm actually doing it. Sacks, you got that's T. Simpson right there, 2 sacks. Hendrickson with 2 sacks, 5 tackles for a loss. Then you have Stewart with 2 sacks, 5 total tackles. Interceptions, Marcus Lattimore right now, 2 interceptions, 1 defensive breakup. And then you have Q Walker, 2 interceptions. Rudy Baker, 1 interception. Tackles down there. You have Mike linebacker from New York, or Kiriki, 15 total tackles, 12 solo. Hamilton, 20 tackles, 8 solo. And then Franklin, 11 tackles and 7 solo. I think me learning my Spanish is ruining my pronunciation too, because it's backwards. You guys probably don't know I actually travel overseas and stuff too, so it's like um, things are just different. but I have to because I plan on going back over there. So it's like um, I need to learn Spanish. But when I'm pronouncing names and stuff like that, fucks with me. Just trying to see what's out there, man. We see Marshawn Lynch tweeted out as a fan, this Eagles Chiefs matchup is the type of game you love seeing on your calendar. As you guys can see, you also see a tweet out. Tough day for Hurts against the Cowboys. Cowboys secondary really took over the game as they intercepted Jalen Hurts 3 times en route to a win against the Eagles. Nice stuff right there. 4 total TDs from Drake May light up the Raiders. The Raiders are reeling after Drake May tore through them for 4 total touchdown passes and 30 in a 37-20 win for the Patriots. Caleb Williams is doing his thing right now. So the game of the week we had was Patrick Mahomes. I like that over there too. See, I'm just getting used to being able to work this thing. I think that's pretty much it. I wanted to see what was the games of the week. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you guys what's the NNCFL game of the week. Game of the week for the NNCFL, we have Commanders and the Packers. Let's take a look at that. Commanders and the Packers. How do I get there? See, you got all this over here. All right. What I want to look at, I want to look at the stats. Let's see something. Yeah, I want to look at the stats. All right, so we have who I said now, Packers and the. Take a look at the Packers. So it's the Packers and the Commanders. The Packers is favored 15-4 by votes as of right now. I personally I have chosen the Packers. As you guys can see, they're starting out pretty good. 282, 2 TDs, 1 interception. They've been playing great football. Josh Jacobs needs to run the ball better. Wide receivers doing decent. And then Commanders. Commanders right now, you got a good team right here, man. You have Jaden Daniels playing pretty decent. He playing up to par. Rushing wise, Brian Thomas Jr. Robinson Jr. 108. Okay, receivers playing great. By the numbers, it looked like Commanders could take away in this matchup. We're gonna see. Let's take a look at um, the schedule and see those guys what they do last week, and then we'll get up out of here. Promise I'm gonna be faster next video. I don't like this. Hate moving slow. Um, Packers. Packers won their game 35-7. And then Commanders didn't play. So if Commanders don't play this week for whatever reason, he will be ineligible. That's just the way it is, man. I'm not rewarding anybody by getting simmed to the playoffs and then winning it all. We don't do that. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the week 1 recap. As I said before, my apology, man. This is too slow, way too slow for a recap. But I'm trying to get used to seeing everything as far as the screen showing me things to where I don't have to press certain buttons. Like, look at this here. I love that. The offense points per game is showing you that I'm ninth, and it showed my opponent 26. Weekly strategy. There's just so much to operate. And then even this here, I didn't even see this right here. Coach Central to see this screen right here. Okay, so instead of me clicking stuff, I can just simply do this too. Yeah, I think I've learned something. So I can go to the actual scores, and then I can come to Coach Central, and I can just pretty much read out, um, for an example, the standings with you guys, and then the stats. Okay, it's just getting a chance to learn the stuff that I'm seeing. Then I can go to the news and read to you guys what's going on news wise. Read this stuff here. Okay, cool. Just learning everything. Okay. All right, cool. And then I'm gonna try to figure out how I can get some highlights and stuff too. So yeah, we're gonna make it happen, man. But that's the first week recap. We're getting ready to go out there and play the Bengals, and we're on a 1 game winning streak, and finna go out here and practice. So that recaps our first week. Once we get to the playoffs, that's when we make our announcement as far as incentives, MVP, Super Bowl champ, Stephen A. Smith Appreciation Award, all that fun stuff. So, hey, play your games though. Matter of fact, let me look at one more thing. What team was that? So, for an example, these guys here, keeping my eyes on them. So, if it's a habit that they're just getting force wins, okay. So the force win went to the home team. Okay, so that tells me it's not on Washington, it's on um, the Giants. So he didn't play his game. You know what? Giants, Giants ineligible. You have to play your game every week. I'm glad I seen that. And then this here, I don't know what was the case is, but so for an example, with these two teams here, I'm going to be paying attention to see what's the deal. I do know that the coach he had to work, so I mean that's exempt. You know, this is not a business, so it's not on the Dolphins nor is it on the Colts with this one. This one here, I don't know what the deal is. I'm not going to make him ineligible, but I am going to pay close attention to Also Amazing as we get to week 2. If he missed that game, then we'll have to lay the hammer.